Boom. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, and this is Saturday Night Tech Talk. 2 days before Christmas, we doing this Christmas special. I got some good guys in the building, and we're gonna have us some fun tonight. Tonight, guys, gonna be a party night, right? I mean, you know, we got all kinds of negativity going on, but this is Christmas. This is all about partying tonight, right? I got some good heavy hitters in the building. As always, guys, I work very hard to try to get you, bring in good guests, bring in good creators, bring in good YouTubers, small or big, it don't matter. The door is wide open. All right, so first up, I got my man Craig in the building. Let everybody know who you are.
Hi, my name is Craig. I have a channel, Craig's Tech Talk. I do tech tips and reviews. I just crossed 4 months and I have 400 subscribers. Right now I have an Amazon Echo video that's doing really well for me. Maybe too well and too fast. But yeah, trying to live up to that and want to just keep creating new videos.
That's what I'm talking about. And you know what? Every time I have somebody on here, y'all have such a creative banner. And I'm looking at your banner. I'm like, man, why my banner can't look this good? So shout out to you for that beautiful banner.
I don't even have one because I still can't figure out how to get the dimensions right.
You know what? I had to. It is so funny. I had to play around with mine for a couple of days. Check him out, Craig's Tech Talk, right here on YouTube. He got 403 subscribers. Go on to subscribe to his channel. Check him out. He got some good. Hey, you know your thumbnails. You know, I tell you what, thumbnails is important, and yours look nice. Fresh,
good thumbnails.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, I just want to give a shout out though, real quick. A great resource for some of this stuff is Think Media TV. That's where, I mean, Canva is .com is where I started doing the thumbnails at and learned a lot.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, canva.com. It's free, great resource. You can upload photos, but yeah, Think Media TV. Tell them I sent you, it won't matter. But
tell them I sent you, they'll charge you the same price.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. All right, next up, I got my man Beam Me up to the building. Let everybody know about your channel and all the wonderful things you're doing.
My name is Taylor, and I've started this channel around April or so. And I put out random stuff. It really wasn't ever designed to be a tech-specific channel, to be totally honest. But then when the beginning of September came around and Apple announced the iPhone 10, no offense, Craig, because I noticed you got those AirPods in there. I had like 53 subscribers. And then when they announced that video, I was like, oh my God, I gotta like make something now because this, and this, and this, and this. And so I made a video that totally trashed the iPhone 10. And just it's like the highest views I'd ever gotten on any video was like 80, maybe 90. And now that one iPhone X video is sitting at almost 500,000. And I was blown a freaking low at
500,000. Woo!
Really close. I was blown away. So I'm still trying to find the balance between doing tech videos and because obviously that's what the majority of my subscriber base wants, but also doing kind of the kind of stuff that I like to do, like that Beamed Up Begins or the Halloween vlog or the Christmas tree hunt, that kind of stuff. That's my favorite. Do I like tech? Absolutely. But self-development and just making funny, cool, pretty videos are also something I really like to do.
Nice.
Yeah, and I tell you what, you know, me and you on the same page. We all on the same page. You got that Star Trek outfit on. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Check him out here on YouTube. He got 8,000 subs. Man, show some love. That's what I'm talking about. I will leave all the links down in the description right after this broadcast with these two guys here, so that y'all can go and check them out. And hey, why I hate it? That's what I'm talking about. Real YouTubers here, man. Because guess what? At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. All right. So I see some people that just hit the building here. Listen, man, I tell you, got it. So I want to say shouts out to everybody. This is Christmas weekend, and I see everybody in the building. Sean is in the building. Jason is in the building. We got Uno Nice is in the building. My man Nice in the building. You know, he always come through. Mark Teasley is in the building. What's up? Which I see all y'all guys coming in the building. Let's see. Jason said I paid someone off of Fiverr to make my banner. Yeah. Okay. Fiverr does a lot of stuff that if you want to go get a banner, you can do that. Let's see. Android Stud is in the building. I see everybody.
Android stud, I like
that. yeah. Raphael is in the building. What's up with y'all? Listen, happy holidays to everybody. It's party night. It is party night right here. Yes. So, gentlemen, cheers. Yes,
right? Cheers indeed.
Yeah, cheers, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we've been talking about this for a very long time, especially when I was on the stream with the ladies about the Christmas, right? And but we are 2 days for Christmas. So, gentlemen, fellas, if you haven't got your oracles, if you didn't get your oracles, nothing for Christmas, you got one more day. You're gonna be out there early Sunday. Like every other guy that's gonna be out there Sunday to try to scam.
Right. That's been me several times.
Right, trust me. I've been married for a long time, and I'm gonna tell you, I've been there and done that. And we all learned a valuable lesson. It's called the couch.
Amazon.com.
Yes, it. Yeah. So let's go to get into some news of the week, right? I mean, everybody been talking about. It's been the news. It's all about the iPhone. It's slowed down. My iPhone. If I run benchmark tests, I was running high benchmark tests, but now, since I'm running iOS 11, Apple just slowed my device down to a crawl. Then it come out and they said, guess what? We started doing this because your batteries are going dead. And so we're going to continue to do this. And now we got 2 class action lawsuits going on with Apple.
Guys, immediately, like within 24 hours of the announcement.
Like the lawyer, they did 1-800-SUE Apple, right? So they dial 1-800-SUE Apple, and the lawyer be like, yeah, let's go to the filing. They got like a judge like overnight. Let me sign the paperwork. Guys, he was, drinking his cocktail like, look, you sue Apple? Hell yeah, that's millions of dollars. That's millions of dollars. So what are y'all thoughts about this?
We know they got the money to spare.
Of course. What are y'all thoughts about this Apple
You
stuff?
first, Craig.
Well, I don't know. I'm a big Apple fan, but I just feel like there's just what's going on in the background too much. Like I can't trust to buy Generation 1 products from them. And I don't believe, like I did buy a new MacBook Pro, a 13-inch in June, May, whenever it came out. But they're like, nothing changed. We only did a processor change. I'm like, I don't trust that. And it just, I don't trust the company at this point. For me, I'm a tech guy, so I can justify buying new stuff. So I don't see it directly affecting me. But I think it's pulling a fast one on people in a way and just trying to you slow it down. It's like, sorry, you don't get the battery life. You buy a new phone, but it still hauls butt for you for the 6 hours it does work.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But then but that's what told us it was time to buy a new phone with your flip phones is when the battery no longer held. Or, it's like you would see, but now they just drag it out too long. It's silly.
Yeah.
So I don't think go after Apple because they have money, but I don't think what they're doing is right.
Right. So what's your thoughts on Apple?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I think that, and Craig, I want you to know that anything that I say in the next however long this thoughts are going to take is like, because my channel is decidedly anti-Apple. That's where a lot of my subscribers came from. Yeah. But what I will say is that if I've noticed that whenever allegations like this have come up, like the iPhone 4 having antenna problems, they said, well, you're holding it wrong. Yeah. And then when this one came out, they're saying, see, when batteries get old, we don't want your phone shutting off unexpectedly. So what we did was it's as if every course of action they take during their roundtable moment, like the board meetings, they always make sure that they have an immediate fallback motive to explain to the public if that issue gets brought to light like this one did. I have a very strong suspicion, no proof, no facts, but I have a strong suspicion that Apple had this response ready just in case. When they started this a year ago, or so they claim a year ago, just in case something like this happened. And I thought it was the CEO of Geekbench that did this test at first. And I was like, man, you know, the CEO of Geekbench, that's like a well-established benchmarking, yada, yada, yada. He did it, but I've been reading up on some more articles before the stream started, and it actually said that it was a Reddit users were saying this and this and this, and then the CEO of Geekbench is like, hey, you know what, there might be something to this, so let's check it out. And then he found it out, and he's like, whoa, and Apple's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Quick, prepare a statement. You know?
Yeah. But that's what sucks though, as an Apple fan, is that what's going on. You're like, oh, you know, it just go ahead.
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate. All right. I like to play
devil. Go ahead.
Think about this, right? Every phone, this say if you got the iPhone 5 and you had the iPhone 5 when it first came out, what happens over the lifetime of the battery? It depletes, right? And if you rebuild, if you don't know about voltage and components and stuff like that, as the voltage goes down, also you have issues trying to power up the components to maintain the performance. So what Apple did, and they're gonna have a strong suit at this because they're gonna try to win this with the engineers and coming up with all these scientific figures. But if you got your battery start depleting its power, Apple could do two things. Apple could just give you an update to give you the performance, but you're gonna have very bad battery life because you done lost all the cycles. Your battery is demise at this point, right? Or they could throttle your device so it can maintain the proper current, which I don't know how they can know that it is what current goes with what device. That's very difficult to do when you got 100 million phones out there. So Apple is doing a broader type thing and say, you know what, if you got an iPhone 6, which was in 3 years ago, right? We're gonna throttle it
Something
down.
Like that.
We're gonna throttle it down because if you bought your phone when it first came out, your battery is basically done. You'd done over 600 cycles on it, whatever. Cycle. So the battery is basically trashed at that point. So by throttling, it gives you pretty decent battery life and optimal performance. Even though all the stuff I'm saying is bullshit, but it's just one of those things that I'm just playing devil's advocate and a lot of people hit the stream like, well, excuses. But it's true, right? I mean, if you can you use this? Prime example, people that build PCs. Can you use the same PSU with an i5 processor with integrated graphics versus an i7 processor with dedicated graphics? Obviously, you need more power, right? You need more power. Is that right or wrong? So, in order to maintain this, say you had the GTX 1070s, and you got all this components that's in your PC. Well, you need more power to drive those components. So at this point, I think Apple is looking at, okay, but the problem with Apple is that how could you tell if a person bought an iPhone 6 today, brand new, or they had it since the beginning? See, that's the problem that Apple probably face, because if you throttle every iPhone 6, well,
but that's an easy. But it seems like an easy solution to me is your battery hits that 400 cycle count. It's like, hey, here's your choice. You can either have it run at about 75% power or replace it. It's like, boom, make that choice. It's more money in Apple's pocket because you get the battery replaced, because people are going to hold on to their phones. The ones that hold on to it, they'll make the choice to spend $90, replace the battery, and versus $900 for a new phone. But you could be transparent and go, well, throttle or pay $90.
Right.
That's
what do you want?
You're like, tough love. Your shit's old. Sorry.
Exactly. Some people are like, no, I've been holding on to this forever. But
yeah, but isn't it true? Apple came out and said they only go support 3 years worth of devices here. So the iPhone 6 is not supported anyway, right?
But to your point, though, if you bought a brand new 6, though, my idea, though, is if it didn't reach that 400 count threshold, it should run at full power. It should be a battery switch, not a broad, oh, you got a 6, you're penalized. You're like, no, you got a 6, you put a new battery in, the count's below, good to go, you know?
But they got people that came out.
What if?
Go ahead. I do have a.
What if? No, that's okay. What if instead of counting the cycle charges, because what if you're at 10% and only can charge it to 25% if you're running late for work one morning? So what if, and this is incredibly easy to measure, what if instead of counting the cycle counts or the power cycle counts, they counted the overall battery voltage that was supplying to this, that, and the other.
Oh yeah.
To make it easier for them to calculate how much wear and tear the batteries actually had, because somebody may put more wear and tear on their battery in 6 months than other person does in a year and a half.
Yeah.
But I will say that that's the beauty and the catch, depending on one's perspective, of Apple's reason that they gave for doing this in the first place. It's like, well, we were trying to do this, this, and this. And, as we're all figuring, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it makes total sense for them to just go ahead and do that. But on the flip side, like, it's all a matter of perspective, man. It's like it could be, from my perspective, personally, it could be like Apple carefully crafting this pretty worded response and reason for doing something that isn't actually right. Or it could be, from another person's perspective or anybody else's, it could just be like, well, Apple just decided that through all these avenues that they've looked at, once the battery starts getting old, this will be the best course of action to take for more even-keeled customer experience.
It's great that they're looking out for us and so generous to take care of us, but no, I mean, but
freaking tell me.
It's a simple agree or not to agree. You're like, with this update, you agree that your phone will be slower. I mean, as an Apple fan, it's very transparent, so it's a hard one. They could always defend it. You could go, wow, that was so generous to make my phone last longer. You're like, no, it'll in the court, they'll settle. Everybody will get $1.25 a piece if you fill out the form, and and the lawyers will get rich, and
So here's the question. So what Apple does in this instance, right? They say, you know what? Screw it. We just not going to mess with your phones anymore. We're not going to give you no updates. We already came to agreement that we only go give you 3 years worth of updates anyway. So if you got an iPhone 6, you'd be like, you know what? We try to help you. We try to do it. And we go just say, you know what? We're not going to support them anymore. We ain't going to do nothing to it. We go just abandon them. Now, Apple could do that, because think about, we talk about that, okay, Apple could just give you the damn update, and if your battery life suck, everybody go be on Reddit talk about they got an hour worth of screen on time, right? Or a lot of people say that,
which is terrible.
Why don't Apple give you the option, right? Okay, so if Apple gives you the option,
choice.
Let's take away the techie part about it for a second. Let's talk about the average consumer. So the average consumer is going to get a update. It's going to say, choose door number 1, and you go get the update with all the bells and whistles. Or door number 2, you suck and keep on staying on iOS 7. So
nobody want to suck and be like on iOS 7.
Right. So and then they're gonna have all that small print. I mean, a whole that nobody ain't gonna read. And
nobody reads the small. Yeah, you're right. Right.
What's the average consumer? See, we all techies here, right? But with the average consumer, if Apple put in disclaimers and say, okay, you know what, if you got an iPhone 6S, you could take door number 1, you could get the latest and greatest software, but then they're gonna have little bitty small print say that we will throttle your device down to such and such a level due to this constraint, that constraint, right? So if you say I accept, then you done. You can't sue, you can't do anything. You accepted the update. But if you don't accept, then you go back to whatever operating system you currently running.
Yeah. I mean, that's like looking at I have old iPads that my daughters use, and they're iPad 2s. They've been long gone in the way of updates.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah, exactly. It serves their purpose for streaming, Netflix, but that's what's like, don't people will buy something new or find a different way if you're just transparent. That's what.
And that's the thing. So I don't think Apple will try to put an algorithm in, because I mean, you think about this, right? iPhone 6s, I mean, we talk about tens of millions of phones here, right? And how could Apple come up with software that will dictate what user battery is before they get an update? See, that is the problem. That's the catch-22 there. So just say if I just bought an iPhone 6, right? And I got a brand new battery, and then just say my friend got an iPhone 6, he's been having it for 3 years. You think Apple go develop software to tell my friend's battery that's in his phone it sucks, and my battery since it's new, I can get iOS
Like,
11, and he
Your
is stuck on
battery sucks.
iOS 10. So I don't think, but with all this lawsuit stuff, you know, I think, again, I play devil's advocate. I think that Apple can say, you know what, screw it. We're just going to give 2 years worth of updates, and everybody else that's this. So in that point, come next year, if you got an iPhone 10, you on your last cycle. And then,
but that's where the silliness of them is that they think they're helping someone keep their phone going, and you're current. You have the current software on your 6S, but you've hurt yourself in the process. That what was the point? You know, now you trick. It's deceiving.
Stuff, though.
You're like, oh, it's so frustrating because it's like, what was the upside of this? It didn't make you any more money. You just kind of lied and made someone look. Your 6S is still relevant. It's like, no, why?
Right.
Now you lied.
And think about this too. If you take the average consumer, if you ask them, do you want your phone to be a little bit faster, or do you want the latest operating system update?
Yeah.
What are they going to say?
Faster.
You know, most of them are just everybody like Android and Apple. Like they one of the merits or demerits of those two operating systems is that you know, software updates. And you were talking about with the 2 years of updates and then you're done. That's pretty much what Android phones do too. You know, like even like for Samsung, for example, 2 years from now, the Note 8 that I'm using right now, that probably won't get any more updates. I mean, that's what several articles that I've read in the past are talking about. Just, you know, 2 years of keeping up, and then because 2 years, that's 2 generations. 2 years is old for a cell phone now, and it makes sense. Like if Apple were to do that, then that would be understandable because that's pretty much what everybody else is doing too.
Yeah, but we're paying $1,000.
Exactly. Come on.
You've been
20 years. I don't want my phone to start conking out me. You pulling the cord after 2 years. I paid $1,000. See, that's the point. That's going to be the. And shout out to the people that's in the stream. KB said no matter how Apple worded though, they still doing it. If you upgrade, the statement was BS. They trying to cover their asses. So all of them do that. I mean, look, trust me, the lawyer has already wrote it out. She's already, think about it like this. The lawyer have already got this stuff already. As soon as they saw the lawsuit, right, they dropped the statement like in 5 minutes. I mean, the statement hit all the major entities, right? I mean, you know, look, again, I just want to advise people. See what happens is when I be devil's advocate, when people rewatch this broadcast, they slam me in the comments. Man, you're an Apple fan, and I always say I'm playing devil's advocate.
While there's a guy wearing Apple AirPods, and they have to go after you for being the Apple fan. and Craig, you're the one who's looking at it the most level-headed. See, me, if I was by myself, I'd be like.
So I mean, I'm just looking at it from a different perspective. That is Apple believing that they want to help people, or they just want you to upgrade? It's probably both, right? I mean, they want you to upgrade. That's the most important part. Think about this, right? If you got an iPhone 6, Apple wants you with the iPhone 10. They don't even want you with the iPhone 8. They want you with the Mamma Jamma,
but their
expensive $200.
Their behavior is keeping you from upgrading.
Yeah.
They want you to feel good that what you bought 3 years ago is still relevant. That's their actions are in opposition to upgrading. If they're actually they're giving you another year of the phone. So I feel like if anything, they're trying so hard to make you feel so good about spending your money that it's hurt them. It shot them in the foot this time. Yeah. It's like, look.
It's a delicate balance.
Yeah, it's like, where's that happy? Like people say the tech support on Apple is amazing. It is, but if you've bought 3 Apple products, trust me, you paid for that tech support big time because you paid the Apple fee. So you better get good service because you spent $1,000 versus $300. So you spent $700 on service. So it'll be like, they're so awesome. You're like, yeah, they are because they have to be. So there's no choice.
Because the price requires them.
Right. Yeah. So at this point, well, knowing that what Apple's going to do with this software, would you even recommend an iPhone 5S, 5C, or SE, or an iPhone 6? I mean, you could get it for cheap, right? Would you even recommend that to anybody at this point, knowing that they phone
SE?
if you don't like yourself and want to torture yourself, like, really, no, I mean, you're like, there's a lot of options to buy phones these days. To go that far back, you really are just, I mean, I have an iPad mini, the Retina version. It's getting painful to use. It's just like, I don't use it that much because it lag between steps. So, hey, please, I don't like you very much. Go buy an iPhone 5. You know, I mean, that it would be torture.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
now I will say that with the iPhone SE, that's what my girlfriend uses because that's what ergonomically fits her best. But older than that, no.
Yeah.
No. Not even if I was an Apple fan, I wouldn't.
Right. So, so at this point, knowing that Apple, even if you bought a brand new, I mean, no mileage, no nothing, right? That you're going to get that phone and you update it to iOS 11 because you want the latest and greatest. You want it. But that's, of course, that software going to drive to your device. I mean, is it even recommended right now to even buy it? Until Apple fix it. Obviously, Apple going to send an update, a patch, say, you know what, screw it. We're just going to, you know, just throw out the updates and let people complain about batteries and then let them go and swap their batteries out.
That's a really hard question to answer because it really depends on the person. If they want to risk the possible random shutdowns and still have a fully to speed clocked processor, or like, you know, the same speed that it had out of the box, or if they're like, oh, it might automatically shut down, well, I can deal with it going slower, because let's face it, like you said, we're all three techies here, so I'm almost positive that we all use our phones a little faster and get regular tasks done, or maybe even irregular tasks done, faster than the average phone consumer, just because like we're just like, it's not running fast enough. Fast enough is very subjective when you think about it, because like in the job that I used to have, like people came in all the time and they had like a Galaxy S4 in 2017. This was a phone that came out in 2013. I'm just like, oh my God, I could never make it. But they say they're totally happy with it. And it's because they don't expect it to run any faster than it does, because because the speed at which they operate their phone, the phone can still keep up with. Like if the phone was as fast as an S8 or Note 8, they wouldn't have any problems. And it might even hurt them. I've seen speed at which phones work actually hurt them, because it does everything so fast they can't keep up with it. Some of them, and other ones no. So to answer your question, it's very subjective. But I think bottom line, choice should be given to people, even those who are non-techies. Like, do you want your phone to possibly maybe randomly shut down and still be as fast as it was, or do you want your phone to not randomly shut down but be slower than it should be?
And you give the choice. I mean, like last year when they announced the MacBook Pro, I was all excited. I'm like, yay! And then I saw it. And I'm like, Generation 1. I don't know what to think here. So what I did, my Christmas present was an SD hard drive for my 2012 machine, and that $150 was the stopgap until June, till Cabby Lake process.
Was it solid state?
Buying a solid state drive. So now you give the people an option for a battery. They're like, I don't want an iPhone 10. That's Generation 1. I'll pay $90 to get another year out of my existing phone. That's where transparency, people, you just give them the choice.
It's short term.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want this one. I want the next version. So I just need this to work a little bit longer. I mean, people do it all the time. It's when you take your computer and get a new hard drive. You just got to treat your phone the same way. You're like, just don't baby them.
So let me ask you a question. Just say, for instance, I'm a AT&T or Verizon Wireless or a T-Mobile salesman. And I know that maybe Apple might come out with a memo and say, we're only going to support the iPhone for 2 years. But I know I'm going to get that damn commission if I sell this person this iPhone. Because iPhone's easy to sell. iPhone's easy to sell, right? I mean, some of them buy one, get one free and stuff like that. They're not hard, right? But you got somebody that don't want to spend a lot of capital. 6S for free. That the word free, you see that big red caps, free. But you think that salesman,
people love the F word.
You think that salesman would go to that person and say, you know what? Even though this 6 is free, Apple not give you no more support. You think they'll buy it? Nah. So
it's very likely that they won't.
think that when salespeople would sell phones, they would try to sell you the latest and greatest, of course, and they would try to manipulate. I don't know it as far as I don't know. You know, I mean, we talk about things because I mean, salespeople lie. Like, look, man, this phone is the best thing since sliced bread. Don't buy that phone. Buy this phone. Don't buy that because that phone sucks and this phone is best, right? Don't buy if you gonna spend $1,000, you might well get the best phone since sliced bread because you're paying $60 a month out of your contract and you're gonna pay it for 4.5 freaking years, right? That's AT&T. Don't they got like 60 months? They like got 60-month programs right now. I mean, you could pay a mortgage in 60 months, and AT&T got 40, 30, 35-month programs right now. 30 months.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. So you see 30-month programs. So
see,
go ahead.
I think the problem is that you mentioned the update thing. That's very transparent. I think where you run into some issues is that, and that I don't think people are aware of this, is when you buy, there's versions of Android that don't have the latest Android software. I mean, there's versions, anybody can make an Android phone and put whatever version. So there are people who don't know what they're doing going, here's a free Android phone. Well, it doesn't support this and this because it has candy cane on it instead of Oreo or whatever they use. But they don't know that. So that transparency isn't there on the Android side. So it could be refreshing to go, hey, you know what? I'm selling you this iPhone. They're not going to update it beyond this, but the equivalent in Android is already outdated too. It doesn't have ice cream on it or whatever. I mean, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different versions, and people don't know that. They get deceived with it. So.
Right, and you know what? We could talk about Android for a second, right? I mean, what phones running Oreo, right? Besides a Pixel. Right? What phones
I don't know
enough
about them. That's what kind of scared me away. I felt like there was too many hands in the and that's what I switched from PCs to Mac was a big part of it was anybody making all these pieces. You're like, who's doing it right? You know?
Right. And that's the whole thing. I look at it like this too, right? When we talk about if a person is running Oreo, right? I mean, everybody on the Android, see us geeks, we had, wow, at least my phone running nougat, and your phone is running ice cream sandwich or whatever last year's was. I mean, at the average consumer, see, that's the thing, man. We see everybody on the stream and everybody that's we talking today, we all freaking techies, right? But if you go sit down and talk to, you know, mommy dearest and talk to her, say, look, mom, I mean, you want a new phone? I mean, and mama said, you know what? I don't care about none of that crap. I don't care about none of that. Just give me a flip phone. As long as I can talk to somebody. I don't worry about all that stuff.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
You hear that a lot. Most people say, well, except the millennials, right? The millennials, which I heard about that word like a month ago. The millennials all want iPhones.
It takes better selfies.
I want an iPhone, Daddy. I want the iPhone because I can get an emoji. I can get an emojis. You know, I mean, that type of stuff, right?
Exactly. That's the biggest marketable feature of the iPhone 10 is, or the most effective one is the emojis, which they also got sued over.
Yeah, let me get into. I see everybody in the comments. I got all these comments coming in. Let me go give some shots out to these comments. All right, so let's see, Jason. Let's see, Total Tech. Shouts out to TK in the building. Let's see the XZ Premium. Now I'm gonna tell you, XZ Premium is I put that in my top 5 phones of 2017, by the way. So I got the XZ Premium in that. Let's see, the tech couples in the building, and they are iOS loyalists. All right. So shout out to Corey and Sharice. They are in the building. And let's see, Don is in the building. Sean is in the building. Sony and Huawei runs Android 8.0. All right. And let's see, Big Moses said, easy. Have you ever owned a Gear S3 smartwatch? No, I haven't owned a Gear S3. And I, you know, a lot of people, I've been doing these videos about the Apple Watch, right? And by the way, I got another video coming out about the Apple Watch. It's my first time owning an Apple Watch. I've always had Android Wear. All right. I've plenty Android Wears. I never had a Gear, Samsung Gear S series, but I had Android Wear smartwatches. So no, I've never had a Gear S3. And the reason why I probably won't get the Gear S3 is because hell, it's 2018. I'll wait for the Gear S4. So
it's about time for one. Yeah, I don't blame you there.
Yes, everything. Listen, it's 2017 is done, folks. Anybody that asks me about recommendations about a phone right now, I talk about one thing: how much you want to spend, because we're about to get all new generations right now. Unless you don't worry about no devices in 2018, then buy a phone in 2017 at the right price. But when you get into 2018, you got the Galaxy S9 and you got all these new phones coming out. Then I mean, that phone you got sitting in your hand in 2 weeks is outdated. So
Right. This is the worst time of the year to buy a phone.
the
Pretty
worst
much.
time of year to buy a phone. Let's see, Apple are let's see, good though, because they have no viruses. So because Apple regulates the App Store. I mean, they regulate the hardware and software. Everything about it, they regulate. Let's see, Total Tech says running Oreo, the Sony XE Premium. I believe that's what Total Tech is saying. Let's see, All Dogs say Android is a platform that is more easily interchangeable. All right. And Sean also said it's like we paying them to tell us what they want and how they want us to use it, like the military a little bit, right? So we got the Gear S series are great, like the Gear Fit, because let's see, I don't use my watch without my phone. So a lot of people leaving comments in right now, and wow, everybody flooding comments in right now. Stay for the buy. Bitcoin, right? Somebody putting in Bitcoins and stuff. Let's see, the Nexus 6P is Oreo 8.1, and so everybody leaving comments. But overall,
not bad.
I think Apple is already prepared for this. And listen, it's $1 billion company, man. Apple gonna sell 100 million iPhones. I mean,
real quick, Computer Solutions. I have to go because I have to go host karaoke down the street at a venue. So could I say one thing about the Apple phones having viruses real quick? Then I'll skip. So in response to the guy saying that that iOS devices or Apple devices don't get viruses, they may not get viruses, but there have been multiple different accounts of apps being in like the top 5, top 10 grossing apps in the App Store that are like Click Cleaner antivirus. Okay, like they're titled like that or something like that. And then you go into the description, and I read an article about this. I wish I could post a link but I do not remember. This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It talked about how the description for that app was in broken English at best. Phonetically, like even the title was just, it had like a colon in the wrong place. Like it was, you could tell that the person who created it, English was not their native language. And it talked about how it was supposed to, like, it wanted access to your contacts. And then it was like, basically, now I really wish I remembered all the details, but bottom line is this app was making the developer $80,000 a month because it was scamming the shit out of people. So, and that's not the first app to have done that either. And there was the vulnerability with the camera using apps and stuff that you have to give access to. So there may not be quote unquote malware, at least not near as much in iOS, but neither operating system is perfect. And there are vulnerabilities that have and will continue to be exploited in both of them. If you want openness, you're going to have more vulnerability. It's like if you want to be cooler, right? Like cooler as in temperature wise, like I'm cooler right now, but my arms are exposed. So exposed to more damage possibility. You know, I mean, that's like the analogy off the top of my head, but you get what I'm saying. More openness means less security, but more customizability. More closeness means you have way less options, but it's a little bit tighter. So that's my closing comments on the matter. This live stream has been freaking fun. The first time I've ever done this. Like, I'm super glad. Big shout out to Computer Solutions. Craig, has been awesome hanging out with you too.
Thank you.
And also stay beaming. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. That's what I'm talking about. See, man, we already jumped off to a good start. So I see people, they hit me up in the stream and they ask me about TK. I'm gonna send a link to TK from Total Tech, and he's a great guy, and he probably have a whole lot to talk about this. Craig, so at the end of the day, right, you think Apple's going, obviously they're going to fix it. They're going to throw a few little bucks at somebody and it's all going to go away. You think it's going to be the way it's going to be?
It's going to go away and everybody will feel fine about it. And I think the problem with that is that you may not like the answer, but it isn't going to stop anything. And only because they've developed a system that is easy and it all just plays and works together. And for the people that actually read enough and figure out when it's not playing and working well together, they'll give you an upgrade or whatever, and you'll be fine. And then there's a whole area that no one knows. They'll never be the wiser. They're like we're talking about before, they're the people that are tapping slowly on the phone, and they'll never know. And Apple will just still be shiny, happy, and new, and move forward. You know, I mean, I guess, you know, they've earned enough credit. I think with everybody is that there hasn't been enough fails on a global scale for them to they could kind of take these bumps and fix it with software and then I'm sorry. So yeah, you know, but
so I mean, at the end of the day, I think you know, I think the average consumer is probably why, because it's been all over the news so far, right? I mean, anything that did, you got companies like Walmart. Anything Walmart does, it hits the news. Apple, anything Apple does, it hit the news. I mean, you got major corporations that it don't matter anything. I mean, because Apple been in the news for a while. I mean, Samsung, right? I mean, what Apple been in the news because of Foxconn and all that kind of stuff like that, right? I mean, anything these big corporations does, it hits the news. So I think, you know, and Apple probably prepared for this, by the way, because apparently it's just iOS 11 that just started doing that. So,
I mean, and I think a big part though is that you look at it. There's just certain things that no matter how much you don't like it, you're kind of stuck with it, and that. I mean, in a bad way, it might be your internet provider, and you're like, I'm stuck with cable, and I don't want to pay these guys, and I'm gouged, and you know, but you got to do it. But then on the good side, there's Apple, and what I think saves them is, and I think what makes the older lady who buys her first phone buy an iPhone is the fact that she can ask her granddaughter, and every iPhone is going to act the same. And that's what the simplicity is, what keeps it easy for everybody. You could always get advice. But if you buy the wrong Android and it's got the different face on it because it's Samsung's versions versus Nexus, you might not find those answers. So it's the simplicity is their safety, I think, is and what keeps them protected.
Right. And so shout out to the tech couple. The tech couple says, which Craig channel? So we're going to show your channel again because everybody actually, look, you got a huge fan just all of a sudden in the tech couple because they absolutely love Apple enthusiasts. So I
love them too. Good or bad.
I'm going to show you right there. So check it out right there.
Ooh. That's a
Craig
bad
Tech
picture.
Talk. Right there. Got you right there. 1 second in the video. Right now, he's at about 403 subscribers. Go check him out, y'all.
Thank you.
Look at the thumbnails. Man, I can't get my thumbnails right for nothing in the world, but yours right on point. Right on point, you know, so that's good.
Thank you, sir.
You got a lot of good stuff going on, and that's what I'm talking about. So if y'all want to know his YouTube channel, it's called Craig Tech Talk, right? Yeah. So
thank you.
Subscribe to his channel. That's how we do it right here. Easy Computer Solutions. We show love all across the board.
Thank you.
Let's change subject a little bit.
Okay.
We've also had some huge news that hit the airwaves. Star Wars, The Last Jedi, everybody pissed off because 2 years they've been giving all this conspiracy theorists and all these videos that been popping up about who's this and Ren and all this other stuff and Snoke and all this. And all of a sudden we watched The Last Jedi, ain't nobody was right. Nobody was right.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your thoughts about The Last Jedi?
The thing that pops into my head is what I read from Mark Hamill. The article of him saying that is not my Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker wouldn't give up. And and then, you know, it's just something. It's like I love it. My daughter loves it. Loves Star Wars. I took her to see it. Great. We go to the best place to go see it, to go recline. But I don't know. It's like I love it and I'm excited by it. And there's moments that just go, oh, that was cool. And I dug it. But then it's just kind of like that rung with me, something about Mark Hamill saying that and going, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so what are your thoughts? What do you think about it?
All right. So here's the thing about Star Wars, right? I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've been following for a long time. Now, when I say I'm a Star Wars fan, I watch the movies. I'm not into the books, and I don't watch all the cartoons and stuff. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
A lot of people encourage, if you want to know a lot of deep in the backstories, you got to read the books, you got to watch the cartoons, you got to watch the back end stories. Well, I haven't got to that part yet, you know?
Yeah.
So going through all the trilogy and stuff like that, this movie, I liked it because I see what the direction they're going in, which a lot of people is upset about it, right? Because of Rey's taking over the Jedi and stuff. A lot of people say, I don't want a woman to be like that. We don't want another Hillary. We don't want Hillary, right? So, you got people I don't want the woman. We don't want the woman. So why Luke Skywalker is acting like a pussy? And so, you hear all this stuff about how Luke Skywalker, he's not the guy. He don't have. He's an old man kind of, stuff like that, right? My thing is this: I think you have to watch the movie maybe once or twice to kind of get the deep hit. Because when I saw the movie, you got people yelling and screaming in the movie theater. You can't really get all the information.
Yeah,
every part about this movie brings in knowledge. Now, some of the things I did like, the things I did like the casino scene. That was dumb, right?
Yeah, I can do with that.
And one of the other scenes I did like was when we had Princess Leia, General Leia, doing the Superman thing. Not come on.
I'm like, what happened there? I mean, I'm like, because there was some moment, like in that moment, you're like, oh my God, wow, whoa, and then Superman happened. You're like, what?
Yeah, I mean, she actually had her hand extended out, and oh my God, the Superman thing to me, especially when they could have killed the character off, knowing that Carrie Fisher has passed on. Right?
Yeah,
that's the opportunity. No, they had it all the way to the end, like she's going to be in the next movie. Yeah, and they already said that they're not going to CGI her, they're not going to do anything. So what's the point of reviving her, right?
If she has the Force, though, couldn't she have used it in a way to prevent the initial thing so it didn't just go off into silly land? You know, I mean, now she doesn't have to breathe because she's got the Force. You're like, no, I understand. It's like, redirect and don't blow up. But,
the problem is, here's the biggest problem that I had with this movie, besides it was an enjoyable movie. But here's the thing that got a lot of people upset. How could when you talk about the New Hope, or even going back to episode 1, 2, and 3, every Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, they had to have been trained to use the Force.
Yeah,
right. They had some type of training involved. I mean, you had, when you watched the previous movie before The Last Jedi, you had Rey. She just picked up the lightsaber and know how to use it. And then like the Force Awakens, right? That confused me about the Force Awakens. I mean, how could she use a lightsaber when she never had it before? Then when you got the Last Jedi, I mean, all of a sudden she know how to use the Force. She's moving rocks and changing stuff around. I'm like, wait a minute, whoa.
Yeah.
Those are the things that kind of had me confused, because how she know how to use the Force? I mean,
it was a good Yoda opportunity. I mean, like basically though, the reason the Force Awakens worked, I think, is it was Star Wars replaced with a female, and it was this model, and it's a model that worked, and it's been retold in a way that works. So now retell the next part, which is Empire Strikes Back,
right?
Landing on the planet, being the tough love training that Yoda gave to Luke, and we move on. But instead it was like, no, and that's where he gave up. I give up. That. It just doesn't work. You could have had that. Yeah, she could have been trained, and she could have been trained, and he could have been blown away by the power of his young Padawan. But as opposed to, oh my God, you're scary good, but I won't help.
Yeah, what the thing that really had me my jaw drop when the movie first came on, and she passed the lightsaber to Luke, and he just took it and Just threw it over his shoulder. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to wait till this come out on DVD or something. I got to stop. Wait a minute. So when I saw that part, I knew everything about this movie was gonna be different. When he just took it like, threw it over. Shout out to TK. He's just joining the stream. And TK from Tony Tech is in the building. But yeah, I mean, when he had when he tossed that lightsaber over his back, I knew right then and there. Everybody that had the theories and everybody that picked this movie apart for 2 years was all wrong.
Yeah. Hey, part of I'm fucking with a toy right now. I'm flattening somebody's tire.
Oh, what? TK in the building. What you doing, TK?
Something illegal. What's new?
TK, you letting somebody
I'm the kind of guy when you cut me off on the highway and you talk shit out the car, I follow you to the exit, and then I flatten your fucking tires like this. I know, I'm fucking horrible. But I'm videoing this shit because I'm going to post this shit when I post it on the channel so the dude knows I did it. I posted it with the iPhone too, by the way. This is the iPhone 8 Plus. This is the best iPhone this year, by the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, hold on. Hey. Let me, all right, there's 3 tires. He ain't going nowhere. There we go. That's a win. There's your asshole moment of the day right there. Merry Christmas.
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. That's what I was talking about. TK just letting out air and it's all good.
Yep. Bet he won't cut off my M6 next time.
So how's it going, man? Where are you?
I am in Southern California, San Diego. Or outside of San Diego. I'm on my way back up to LA. We'll see if there's anything left because shit's been on fire there. But I'm popping up there. I've been down in Tijuana for the last little bit. Bought, I think it's called Baja Sur or whatever down there. I actually just bought a house down there on the beach with some of that Bitcoin I sold.
All right, yeah. That's what I'm
Shout
talking about.
Shout out to everybody that sold before that shit crashed too.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually looking at some of that on the news that it went down a little bit, and I don't know if Bitcoin is kind of getting right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you think it's gonna go up?
It's on the way back up, though. I mean, I knew it was time for it to have some type of correction, but I still think it's probably going to rally to 20,000 before the end of the year. The Bitcoin Cash thing with Coinbase didn't help. With the insider trading bullshit that they did. It is what it is.
Now I saw you in the stream and you were talking about Apple and it was so funny. You said they were taking major L's. What's your thoughts about this Apple stuff?
They're taking a massive fucking L. They've always been like, even when Google, like Google used to have the whole theme, like do no evil. We all know that's bullshit. But Apple was always kind of like that consumer-friendly company. Like they fucking supported their shit way longer than they should have done. Shit like that, right? And then for them to come out like they've done and not say anything to anybody, and they had to know they were going to get caught, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't, it's not like Apple was fucking a side chick and was just trying to get away with that shit. That's not, look, man. This was like, you're going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're busted. That shit is, there's too many super crazy fanboys with Apple that break down every fucking software update, like, everything Apple Pro and some of these other guys. They're going to get caught. And they got caught red-handed. And their excuse is, and this is an excuse because best believe they don't give a fuck about the consumer when it comes to, if they gave a fuck about the consumer, they wouldn't be having all their money over in fucking Ireland instead of having it here in a goddamn tax shelter. This is why the issue for Apple is they want to make other devices obsolete to make you upgrade. And they want you to think that, oh, it's just old. And this is why this fucking thing is so slow. It's not because we made it slow. Because here's the fact. if Apple didn't make the iPhone, even the iPhone 6 that they still sell at Walmart for food stamp phone prices, I think it's like $150 now. Even if Apple didn't throttle that phone still, and so, well, the 6S does, I know for sure, still out benchmarks some flagships from Android right now this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when the iPhone 7 from last year is still out benchmarking my Note 8, that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
So Apple has no excuse with this. Oh, well, it's the battery and the shit's going to shut off. Get the fuck out of here. You wasn't giving a fuck about that when my 3GS was cutting off because it was 3 years old and I'm 15 minutes into a phone call and the shit would turn off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is Apple's way. They got caught. They was doing some grimy shit. You know, it's just like bringing your car to the mechanic and he intentionally fucks up your shit, you know, to be like, hey, you know, you probably should bring this in. I saw that your coolant's leaking. No, fuck you, my coolant ain't leaking. I've already been under the car. But they'll fucking pull a line or do some other shit so that they get you to fucking upgrade your system or to get something fixed. And Apple did the same. It's no different. They did the same bullshit. They fucking made their devices shit so that you would have to upgrade. And they tried to do it on the slide. Yeah. Now, if they were really giving a fuck about battery life and all that shit, they ain't got to throttle the processor to fix battery life. Not at all. They can put it in the OS for anybody that knows how to program or builds apps. You know, I do that. I have an app company. Okay. So anybody that programs or builds apps and knows the OS, especially iOS, right? Ever since they've gone to Metal and all the other shit, knows they don't need to throttle the processor to fix the battery life. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit excuse from Apple. That ain't what they need to do. They could literally modify how long the phone charges from 0 to 100% like Android does. Just like when I plug in my Sony phone, it has a feature and it will say, hey, look, we're not going to charge your phone all the way to 100% in the next 30 minutes. We're going to make sure that your phone's at 100% by 8 a.m. so that we control the battery and how the lithium ion battery is used, which is smart. It's like smart charging, right? Apple can do the same shit. This whole, we have to throttle the processor to make the battery, but that's a fucking bullshit argument because even if they throttle the processor and you leave that fucking screen on, it's already been proven. There's 2 videos up on YouTube that got tons of views already. They had a throttled iPhone with iOS 11.2, a 6S, and they had an iPhone 6S with 10.2.2 or whatever the fuck it was on it, right? Both of them died at the same fucking time, brand new batteries, fresh out of the box. It's about screen on time, usage, and what you're doing doesn't matter where the fuck they clock that processor. That's a bullshit argument from Apple.
Right.
So, yeah, Tim Cook is going to get, I got the trophies. Y'all see them in the videos. I had to call the trophy dude today and say, hey, I need you to make me one for Apple. I got a big glass L, and I'm gonna FedEx that shit to Cupertino with Tim Cook's name on it. We're sending that shit to him. Here's, hold this L, rub it on your chest. I might even get him a chain. I might even have to get him one of the LL chains so he can wear that shit. Just rub it on your chest, hold that shit. Just hold that L till next year because you got caught. Now they're going to do some bullshit, though. You know what Apple's going to do. Oh, we really give a fuck about choice and we care about consumers. So we're going to make it so that you can go ahead and fix your phone. Got here. Yep. You know, so, it's bullshit.
So Albert is in the building. He said that the reason why Apple's doing all this because they want you to buy the new iPhone. So that's basically what it's all about. It's about marketing them for you to buy a new iPhone. You know, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, all companies do that, whether that is going to be Samsung or HTC or LG. I mean, they don't want you with that same phone for 4 years. I mean, that ain't the point. That ain't the point. It's all about marketing. But it's the way they did it, right? We've been talking about it. You know, right, Craig? We've been talking about it all night. And, I mean, Apple got enough money to dig themselves out of this, obviously. They're going to pay some people off, and they probably do some software updates or whatever. But, the class action lawsuit, you know, it ain't going away. You might have a third one come up. Because I tell you, it hit fast. As soon as Apple sent out a statement, that class action lawsuit just all of a sudden pop right behind.
But that's just lawyers trying to get their money, and I'm not mad. Let the lawyers get their money. But here's my issue with that. If you're a consumer and you're considering suing Apple, sue them by your fucking self. Because if you sign on to that class action suit,
you ain't getting
nothing. They're going to cut you a check. Yeah, they're going to cut you a check for $1.50 and tell you to rub it on your chest.
I said $1.25.
Yeah. They're gonna say here's a dollar, here's $1.25. Rub that shit on your chest and go get a new iPhone. So if you're gonna sue, if you're one of the motherfuckers that's like, I'm gonna sue them because they fucked me over with my phone, file your own lawsuit. At least you'll get paid.
Right. Yeah. So KB said, just like Androids, slow updates the OS when you drop a new phone. You know, Android does this too, right? I mean, you don't think about this. Before the Galaxy Note and the Galaxy S7 would not get Oreo before the Galaxy S9. So it's going to be way after the Galaxy S9 come out before any 2017 device get Oreo.
And that's right? and that's the prime reason why the Note's not my best phone this year, because that fucking shit is still running Nugget. Like, are you fucking serious? When I got and people say, well, the XZ Premium's not the best phone. Fuck you. My shit's running 8.1. Go eat a dick. I got a 4K screen, front-facing speakers. My shit is running stock Android. You know, I like the Note. I like having that pen, especially when I'm fucked up, so I can actually like write shit down because I can't type for shit. But you know, it's my drunk phone. Like, it's the phone that I use when I'm fucked up. Outside of that, because you know, the Note is great. It's like, you know what? I equate the Note to the Pixel with shittier software, because the Pixel XL or the Pixel 2, fuck the XL, takes good photos, right? Takes amazing photos. But that shit sucks for video. That shit eats massive dicks for video. And the Note, if you're shooting 30 frames per second, it's a good camera. But if you try to shoot anything else with that phone, 4K, 60 frames per second, that shit's eating dicks all day. This shit's horrible.
60 frames per second is terrible.
It's fucking horrible. So it's crazy. I'm still shooting 60 frames per second shit when I'm not using the iPhone, because that's what I use this for. This is a fucking camera. When I'm not using the iPhone, I'm still using my Note 5 to shoot 60 frames per second shit. That's a fucking goddamn shame that I got a phone that's 2 years old that shoots better video, 60 frames per second, with better audio than a phone that I'm getting from Samsung in 2017. That's fucking abysmal.
But you know what? People been attacking me because I've been talking about it on my videos, TK, about the Galaxy Note and the Galaxy S8, 1080p, 60 frames per second. People been hating me for that. And I'm telling you, man, I've been making videos back to back about the Note 8 and the Galaxy S8 at 1080p 60 frames per second. People talk about, well, why are you even using 1080p 60 frames per second? Use 30 frames per second. It should work either.
My answer in the comment section is, cause bitch, I paid $1,000 for this phone and I want to be able to use 60 frames per second. That's what the fuck I paid for it. Like, you're too nice to your comment. You be letting motherfuckers get passes in your comments. I be sending them fucking dicks by mail. Fucking, they be getting them little jelly dicks in the mail. I be fucking sending them bitches virtual tea bags. You know what it is. I'm not, fuck that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of people do say that. Say I'm too nice to. I just try to keep it, you know, on the.
Oh, but that's okay. But no, that's good though. That's good. That's good, because when the advertisers come, and they are going to come for you, you're going to be able to do sponsored shit. See, they can't come to me and be like, yo, we want to give you $5,000 to talk about these fucking earbuds. Because I'll be like, okay, thank you for the 5Gs, but these fucking earbuds are gay. They suck. These fucking things is trash. Get them the fuck up out of here. So, you know, like, not just that, or I've had sponsorship shit where people will be like, yo, we really want to sponsor you. Like on my automotive channel, like, you know, they're like, yo, we really want to sponsor you with these Falcon ZXs for your M6. And I'm like, have you looked at my channel? You know, they see the video when I'm going like $160 running from the cops on I-4 when I was in Florida, like, night, see you later. And then they're like, oh, I don't know if we could, we might not be able to sponsor that shit. And it's like, look at the fucking creator and what the fuck they do before you contact them to be like, would really like to sponsor you. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to sponsor? Are you sure?
Yeah, and look, Craig. So Craig, you only have 400 subscribers, so you don't go through what we go through as far as in the comment section, and so once you get up to a higher threshold of subscribers, and you popping out videos, and your channel is growing, you're gonna run into a large variety. I mean, they gonna come out the woodwork.
Yeah,
I
all
a
you have to
good
do is
one,
get a
though.
folder. Tell them all you gotta do is get a little folder, save it on your desktop, have a couple of photos of dicks in that folder. So when someone's having an issue and they really don't like whatever it is you're saying, you're like, well, shoot me an email, let's talk about it, and then you just email them. Well, look, man, here I'm gonna email you in this attachment. Here's some free Bitcoin or here's some whatever, and just have a big match. Just email them a dick, and Photoshop like your fucking Twitter or something on it. They'll be hot as a motherfucker. But here's the thing: even when you make the trolls mad, they'll comment like 5 or 6 times. It helps with your analytics, so you get more comments. It indexes your videos higher. So I shit on trolls on a regular basis. I'm like, I hope you bitches do comment. Please come in the comment section and say whatever you want.
I gave a shout out to one guy who told me, he's like, sound sucks. Stop clapping. Jeez. Well, his name was Tom Jones. So Tom Jones got a shout out because I had to go buy a new microphone because I'm like, hey, hate on my channel. Hate on my sound. I'm like, you're right. My sound does suck, but your name's Tom Jones. So a bunch of pictures of Tom Jones pop up in the beginning for him. So I'm hoping it's the singer, but oh well. So I stuck pictures of the singer in my video. I'm like,
what you got to do is you just got to get a couple of GIFs of Carlton from Fresh Prince doing his fucking shit in the video.
I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm able to be nice still at this point. I feel good about helping out some of these people, answering questions. I'm like, I'm not saving the world.
That's what it's about. As long as you're happy. Yeah. So like, I don't do it. I'm obviously not doing it for the money, but as long as you do it and you're enjoying it and it's fun, continue to do it. Like, that's what I do. Like, I don't give a fuck. People can say whatever they want. They'll be like, oh, you did whatever, or you do this or whatever. I don't care. Yeah.
Hey, TK. Hey, TK, we hear a rumor that the OnePlus 6 that's coming out in about 2-3 months, which is in March, I believe, is going to have the fingerprint scanner underneath the glass. What's your thoughts about that?
It's still eating a dick automatically. Eats a dick. As long as Carl Pye is associated with that fucking company, and for any of your followers that are watching that may speak Chinese and you want to holler at your boy, so you can tell Carl that I told him directly, Shiji Ba, go eat a dick. Tell him in his own goddamn language to have a nice day. Go eat a dick. Shiji Ba, Samsung Boo, go eat a dick. So, the thing with the Symantec under the glass. So here's the thing. I got an email from if you're going to be out of CES, I got to bring you by the booth because they're going to be in the booth like demoing this shit under displays, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to check it out. And all fairness to OnePlus, if it works and it's good, like their front face, like their face unlock shit is on the 5T, I'll give them props for it. Maybe not publicly. I'm still publicly going to shit on them as long as I can. But, secretly, if you talked about Hillary earlier, I'll have a public and a private position. My private position will be, hey, this phone's pretty good, but publicly I'm going to consistently shit on OnePlus forever because I'm like the OnePlus hater. So, but here's the thing though, if the technology works, right? If the Symantec or Samtex under the display works, then guess what? Samsung has no fucking excuse. They're not that far into production where they couldn't change that shit and put it on phones. Same thing for HTC. If OnePlus is the first company that adopts that technology, all the rest of these companies are eating dicks. Because if you come to me with a fingerprint scanner and this little shitty ass company that's licking the boots of Oppo because they're not even their own fucking company, if this little shitty ass company is able to put this in and Samsung with millions upon millions upon millions of R&D and advertising don't do it, night, go have a nice day. I can't wait for the Samsung Knights to try to justify that shit.
So I got a comment here. Michael said on Patreon, I have the video from from down here in New Orleans. I got that on my Patreon. So if you are a subscriber to Patreon, go check out that Bourbon Street video. I got that live on Patreon, and
I looked at that the other day and I was like, yeah. God damn, I was twisted. I was fucked up.
I was in bed. TK came down here in New Orleans, and we hooked up, and we were downtown on Bourbon Street. And shouts out to the Galaxy Note 5 that filmed that whole entire video for like 3 hours. I was live on Bourbon Street, and I mean, some things I couldn't cover up. But it got age restricted. That's why y'all guys don't see it on YouTube, because it's been age restricted. But it's still on YouTube, by the way. But I posted it exclusively to Patreon, so all my Patreons could see it. If you want to get about 2.5 hours of giggles and laughter, and you want to know if you ain't never been on Bourbon Street before, go check out that video, because it will tell you exactly how it go down every night in New Orleans. It's not just a special night or anything. Bourbon Street is packed every night, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I mean, every day Bourbon Street is packed. So if you want to experience some of the age-restricted stuff, it's live on my YouTube channel. It is on my. I will always keep that on my channel, guys.
Well, Eric, we'll have to get you some more Patreon content when you come out to Vegas, because we already booked the VIP booth. So you got myself, Floss. I'm still hounding Zito Max. I'm trying to make sure that he comes out. We're trying to publicly shame his ass into coming to CES, but we're gonna be at Girl Collection over at Floyd's club over there in Vegas, and we got the VIP booth for after the day. After we get our filming and shit done, we're going over to the VIP booth. Drinks and stuff is obviously on us. We're doing our damn thing, and we're gonna have a bunch of the YouTubers that ain't fake. That means no bitch ass motherfuckers allowed. If you for sale. Android Authority, they know who it is. So none of them motherfuckers is allowed. And they may get slapped on site anyway. So, I got my new Fuck Android Authority t-shirts. I'll be wearing them shits for CES. I don't know if they're going to let me. I got one with a ball sack on the back where it's teabagging somebody. So I got to see if they're going to let me get that. I might not be able to wear that. If not, I got the one that doesn't have the ball sack on it. But I'm going to have fun with that shit. I'm going to be trolling super heavy. And, I'm going to be doing like walk-up interviews on motherfuckers. Because just like I did, I'm doing the top 5 phones that can eat a dick this year. I'm also going to be talking about publications that are not credible and are for sale. And I'm going to be exposing these bitches. I'm going to be like on some investigative reporter shit with the mic and shit and be like, did you just take $3,500 from fucking Samsung and agree to fucking give them a positive review, bitch ass motherfucker? Like yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man, that and I always tell everybody that know your YouTuber. When you follow a YouTuber, I mean, everybody always like to look at numbers, right? I mean, he got 1 million subscribers, so he has to be trusted. And look, I'm not knocking everybody's hustle. I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. Everybody make their money the way they need to make their money. So there's no big, hey, look, if you want to make your money, feed your family, I don't have no problem. I'm going to tell you, TK, the reason why I don't knock nobody's hustle is because we know we don't make enough money. We don't make no money here on YouTube. So, I mean,
of course.
So if somebody want to give you $35,000, $4,000, $5,000 check,
I agree.
It. I mean, people take it. I mean, you don't make them, no money on YouTube. I mean, you might as well, right? Take it.
Hey, you know what? I agree with that 100%. But see, like for me, it's not about money, right? So I don't care if I get paid shit when I do it. But it's the people that you know what? I don't mind if somebody takes money and does their thing. What I get aggravated about is these motherfuckers take the money and then they try to be objective and be like, and they don't say, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. If somebody paid me money, like, I just had one I just did recently where like they paid me some money and sent me the product for free. I always disclose the shit like, yo, they paid me X amount and I say what it is. Like, yo, they paid me $400 to look at these headphones and they sent these headphones to me. So, and I'm upfront with it. So if someone's like, oh, well, he's biased. Okay, well, maybe. I mean, they paid me $400 and they gave me the shit for free. So I'm saying that so that they know, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And
But
that's the whole thing. I mean, as long as I've been in this YouTube game, man, you try to listen. I try to be real, and I have always been real. And if I got a paid promo, I always talk about it. This is a paid promo, and that's one of the things. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, you buys and stuff like that." And look, a lot of people been challenging me, telling me that I've changed my style or easy. You ain't like you was back in 2015. I call it growth, people. I mean, it's called, I mean, you want me to have the same style, the same, not, I mean, I bought new cameras over the years. I got new audio over the years. I got new laptops over the years.
yo, you've been investing heavy in the channel. I don't want to do none of that shit. I'm shooting everything with a goddamn phone. I can't, yo, Eric, man, you fucking buying fucking switching cameras and shit.
Yeah.
He got the transitions. He's fucking, he's got like the fucking pro intros with the thumbnails and shit. I'm like, God damn.
Nice.
And you know the thing about it is, look, when I shoot my videos, I try to shoot my videos with 2 or 3 cameras. So I have different angles. And listen, I try to shoot my videos to be, and look, I love it. I actually love doing it, right? You know what I mean? When I'm video editing, I mean, I got 3, 4 cameras shooting at me and stuff like that. And so, I mean, it's fun, man. It looks good. Especially, I mean, I put a lot of time in it. But it looks good once the finished product. I got different angles. I got different scenarios. I got different this and different that. So, I mean, yes, it's hard. It's a little more difficult. Yes, I put a lot of time in it. Yes, I have to shoot in different places and stuff like that. But the finished product looks so good. I mean, the finished product looks so good. And that's the whole thing. Like, look, I'm not knocking anybody for not doing what I do. I mean, be original. But at the end of the day, and when I do my videos and I sit back and I spent a few days working on it, it feels good that I put out this type of content. So, and I do multiple angles, and I be in parks, and man, I have so many cameras set up. I'm getting the audience now when I be out filming. So if I'm in the parks filming and I got like 4 cameras set up, people looking at me straight like they never met a YouTuber before. Like when I'm shooting in Starbucks and stuff like that, now I'm growing the audience, and now they know me now. But yeah, I be having 4 or 5 cameras set up around me and stuff like that. So I mean, it's just fun to me. I just like to do it. That's it. You know, I mean, the finished product is also good though.
That's what it's about, but that's why your videos is crispy too, though. You know, like you don't have like the focus issues. Like when sometimes if I post something that this shit might get out of focus or whatever, because I'm shooting shit with a fucking iPhone. So, I mean, it's good to use real cameras and stuff because I mean you're taking it seriously. You to be for real. Your channel should be growing like you should be getting up there by like Jay. You and Jay been I don't know. Yeah, you and Jay been rocking around the same amount of time, man.
Nah, he been on there a little while longer. I think Jay been a little over 10 years, man. I'm only 3 years in.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, Jay wasn't serious with it though. He wasn't really.
Yeah, he was serious back in the day. Yeah, he was kind of off and on, but he started to get back serious about a year or so ago. So that's why he got back into it really heavy, you know.
But yeah.
And he's shooting out a lot of content though.
Oh yeah, he's like every time I'm posting some shit, I'll post something, and then 10 minutes later I get a notification. Jay, I'm like, God damn, Jay, like fuck, man, let me live, man. Let me live, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Jay push out a lot of content. I mean, he pushing multiple videos out. So yeah, he pushing a lot of content out. I mean, look, I think we all working hard and grinding and stuff. The YouTube game is all about strategy. It's all about who you trying to be, and put out your content. That's the whole thing, you know.
The dude that I just flattened his tires just came out and saw that his tires is flat. That's hilarious. You see these
So where you at, TK? So look like that's the tires you flatten?
He in his feelings right now. He's looking around too. He's like, what the fuck? If you wasn't spending all your fucking day in there looking at fucking Kit Kats and candy bars when you out here stupid on the highway disrespecting the motherfucker, you wouldn't have got caught like that. He got caught slipping there.
Wow.
Better have an air pump. You better have an air pump.
Whoa.
So look, TK, Craig here. He's got about 400 subscribers, and you know he's trying to get up there. What's your advice to some of the newer YouTubers out there? I like to give my advice, but what's your advice?
Just be you, man. I mean, I say it to everybody. If there's no reason why there can't be more. Everybody tries to say there's too many tech YouTubers. The shit is saturated. Nobody can make money. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's bullshit. I would just say just keep doing whatever you're doing. The biggest thing is you got to be consistent. So people looking at like, well, fuck, you got. I think I got like 2,400 videos somewhere around there.
Nice.
And some of those videos are really horrible when you go back like 3-4 years ago. But just post at least once a week, twice a week's better. Something. Okay. And just be you. Like, don't fuck what somebody says. If somebody says, well, you sound like Kermit the Frog, I hear that, or I hear this from Lou too. Lou gets the same shit. Oh, you and Unbox Therapy sound the same. And I'm like, I don't fucking hear it, but okay. You know, I'm not changing how I do shit. I tell like, and that's the other thing too. I've had companies, I've had brand deals. Oh, matter of fact, your fucking company, Eric, reached out to me, broadband, like your rep reached out and was like, well, I know that you're friends with Easy Computer Solutions. We'd love to have you on the network. And I was like, I'm like, look, I respect that, but have you looked at my content before you try to tell me you want to partner with the network, right? Because I had a similar thing happen here recently, like, I don't know, 3 months ago with the Rock's network, that like, whatever the fucking company is. And I was teasing it because they was talking, we was in actual negotiations. They wanted to partner the channel, right, with, I think it's like Jake Paul and the Rock's MCN, right? Yeah. So something like that, that's beneficial to me. God damn, bro, get a muffler. I'll rock with that, right? So, and then the fucking higher ups saw the content and I was like, fuck this company, they can go eat a dick or whatever. And they were like, well, what do you have to say about that? And I was like, what do you want me to say? Like, no, fuck that company and they can go eat a dick. Like, you're talking to a fucking somebody that reviews a product. I paid for it. Here's my opinion on it. If you don't like it, go eat a dick. So, so those couple little things where I was tagging The Rock and I was telling him that his crew or not him, I don't have a problem with like his fucking production comes like, fuck y'all a bunch of fucking bitch ass motherfuckers, y'all some fake ass. And I was like I was roasting heavy on Instagram and putting their ass out there. But I would definitely say don't join a network right away. Because networks are gonna contact you and they're gonna take between 20 to 30% of the money that YouTube's already taken from you. So that's retarded. I would definitely tell you to look at platforms like Grapevine, FameBit. I forget, there's another one where they will send you a bunch of shit for free to review. Nice. And then as you get bigger, then they'll also try to like offer you money to review shit. You'll build relationships with brands. So yeah, that works. But yeah, the biggest thing is just be you, man. Just don't fuck what anybody says and just be you. I was telling you about this before, Eric. I was gonna get Android Gangsters up, and then I was like, I mean, I own the domain, but then I was like, nah, because I got a lot of people that do iOS shit, and they want to be able to talk about, whatever, and I don't want to do that. So I went ahead and we're gonna keep the Total Tech Vids website, and I'm gonna be posting it up where people can post videos. Like if somebody wants to post content or write an article or something to try to help a lot of the smaller YouTubers, build their platform, to be able to build it up to be able to get some more subs. So I'm going to be doing that soon because I'm going to be focusing a lot more on my and some stuff I'm working on in Mexico. I can't really say right now. It might be illegal, but
one of the biggest things that a lot of YouTubers, it's hard. Listen, subscribers and views. I mean, you think about it like this: you'll post a video, you put a lot of work in it and they don't get no views. You get discouraged. It's discouraging to a lot of people that if you post a video and you know it's supposed to be viral, it's a viral video, but it don't get a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Because when you search it on YouTube and the algorithm got you so screwed up because you only got 400 subscribers, you'll never hit the front page. I mean, it just won't happen.
So that's what's crazy. Like right now, though, I have this Amazon.
You hold up. Your audio
just went out.
Your audio went out. Your audio, no audio.
He's like, fuck this shit. I'd be like that too.
He was rolling too. All of a sudden, the audio went out.
I'd be like, this is a live review of the Apple AirPods. They fucking suck.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people that use Apple AirPods to try to do these live streams, they drop out. Yeah,
they drop, and it's not just live streams. Like you could be on a phone call. I have them. I didn't even post a review because it was so bad. I couldn't even post a review. It was so bad. There was some shit. You couldn't even do a phone call. They'd fucking fail.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys,
sorry.
There
we go.
Yeah.
So you were saying.
You were saying.
You know, it's like I have this Alexa video that just kind of took off where it's like, you know, there's part of me, it went so quickly. So many people subscribed and it's like, do you know what I do? Check out the other videos. You know? Like when you're trying to find it where it's like, I don't want it to grow too quick. You know, you want it authentic and it to be like you want to watch the videos because you understand this is my style. You know, I want to be me and I do it because I care and I want, you know, I'm a lighting designer is my regular job. I play with lights for a living. So I'm not saving lives. So if I could help people with some tech questions and make their world a little easier, feels good.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to help. But yeah, you know, to see, don't want to grow too quick and wrong. You know, it's like, I don't want viral. I want a real audience that appreciates that I'm doing this because I want to make something that helps, you know?
Because, you know, viral videos can hurt you.
Viral
can hurt you.
Yeah.
Because people, you get 100,000 subscribers off a viral video, but they'll never watch no other video.
That's how I feel about my one Alexa video right now. I'm like, are you going to watch anything else?
That's like that. I got the one video on the channel that's crazy was like how to unlock the Galaxy S4 for free. It's one of my worst filmed videos, but it's got over a million subs, right? Yeah. I mean, a million views on it, right? I forget where it might be at like 1.2, 1.3 million. And that's the main thing. Like all the comments in that is, why don't you do more? Show me how to unlock this phone for free, and show me how to. I'm like, man, I'm not here to show you how to unlock everything for free, man. You know.
And that's the thing, man. I mean, viral videos help you in the short run because you get you get good analytics for it, but you get a lot of subs at that. You get hit with subs. Then when you keep posting videos and you're not getting no views from it, and you're wondering why you got one video that's 1 million views and everything else in the hundreds and the 200 views. Like, oh Lord. And then you'll get 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 subscribers. Then you're only getting, 200, less than 1,000 views. And it hurts. It hurts. Yeah. So viral videos is not, unless you got multiple viral videos. And that's the whole thing. I mean, you have to follow it up with another viral video, then another viral video. So it hurts. So, I mean, I can tell you that you definitely got the right mindset. Mm-hmm. You want to grow the channel based off of the content that you post.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I like the idea. I'm really into Gary Vaynerchuk right now. And the idea of personal brand. I mean, the idea of like, I want it to be me, not just to like hit one video that worked one time. I mean, I do appreciate, I love that everybody's watching. And I do appreciate, like, I see all 150 comments and I'm like, the people that are helped, I'm like, awesome. But I want them to be there for the right reason. Like, you want to learn about stuff. Like, I want to do tech reviews. So you learn about a product, but we don't go too far down the rabbit hole and lose people. The idea is to help in the long run.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing about this YouTube stuff, man. I mean, let's be honest. if you want to do a viral video is easy to do. You just gotta do something out the box, something that damn near get you killed or in jail.
Pretty much.
You could do a viral video. Either you go jump off a bridge without a parachute and film it, or you go jump out a helicopter without a parachute and film it. Slap a police across the face and film it. Jail, or you go end up dead.
Or you know, you can run from the police at a high rate of speed. You can run from them at a high rate of speed on the interstate and just be gone.
So that's that. I mean, viral videos, believe it or not, is easy to do. It all depends on what you want to do. Now, I did a barbecue video. Now that got age restricted too. I took a phone and I put it on the grill and I cooked it. Now that was a good viral video. It was good, huge, but I burnt the phone up, and I got hit all these emails from YouTube. They didn't like that shit. They didn't like it because I took a phone and I burnt it. I barbecued it with barbecue sauce. Yeah,
I remember when you was barbecuing the phones. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah. So I mean, you could get it. And guess what? I can't even monetize it.
Why not?
Man, it age restricted, and oh man, YouTube be tripping,
because you lit the phone on fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
what
man.
About tech racks? Tech racks be like fucking blending phones and all kinds of shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it's out of it. I don't know, man. I mean, I know I get hit with my demonetizations about all kinds of stuff, man. They want me to have cat videos, man. I don't know, man. You know. Your audio, Craig. Your audio done. Yeah. People are like, God dog it, the audio keep going.
I'm gonna have to hit up the microphone company and have them shoot them over one of those Yeti mics.
Yeah, I got my Yeti mic, man. I love this thing, man. Woo, this thing here. Woo, I love this thing. Yeti mic is definitely a good mic.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
He's like, can you hear me now?
Right.
You got to make sure that Verizon's paying you for that before you say that, though.
Well, I was using, that's a little note there. The AirPod batteries didn't last long enough through this thing after fully.
Wow.
So that's where, like, apparently starting to stream and losing audio. It's been, so now I'm on my Rode mic, so this should be a little better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, Eric, I want to stay on here with you guys, but I'm at 4% battery life in my MZ Premium. Like right when it gets to like 3, it will blink out. So I just wanted to say shout out to you. I appreciate you sending me the link to come in. And Craig, or Eric, if you can send me the link to Craig's channel so I can subscribe to it.
Okay.
Send it over to me. And I'll blast it out via Twitter and stuff too. Warning, you may get some trolls because motherfuckers are haters, but enjoy them.
Hey, that's one thing I would like to say, though, to the people out there who do make a channel, and if you do get the trolls, the only way you're not going to get judged and get trolls is if you sit your ass on the sidelines and don't get out and play. So it's part of it. It's your welcoming. You're like, hey, I have 56 thumbs down on my 60,000 views and 700 thumbs up. So the 60 thumbs down are welcome. I'm out there. So put yourself out there.
Yes.
Do it.
All right, that's what I'm talking about, man. Look, I really appreciate you coming through, TK. We always have fun, man.
Definitely.
Yep.
And I'll come through. Just let me know the next time, whenever something happened, let me know. I'm going to be out here on the West Coast for the next little bit. And, maybe you'll catch me when I'm flattening the next motherfucker's tires. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, TK's always breaking the law on a video, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's always welcome that you come on the stream, man. I really do appreciate it, man.
Look, you can see the police back there too. The dude done called the police. He and his family. That's why. Not only am I at 4%, but I got to jump in the M6 and get the fuck out of here before they look at the video and be like, "It was that big white dude right there."
Wow. All right, man. Be safe out there.
Night, man.
Yep. So, man. Always good to have TK in the building. He always popped through the streams every now and then, and it's always awesome. A job. Man, you talking about it's party night. Right here.
Wow.
Every Saturday night, I'm gonna tell you, if y'all guys don't enjoy yourselves watching these streams, especially when I try to do these streams, or you just don't enjoy yourself, because at the end of the day, even though you might hear, look, this is why I do these streams late, because you might hear some stuff that is inappropriate for the youngins. So the youngins may not like this stream. So parents, make sure when you see these streams on Saturday nights, this make sure the youngins don't see these streams, because unfortunately, having a guest on, and we do drop the F-bomb every now and then. So we try to keep it PG-13, but sometimes on Saturday nights it gets a little rated R, sometimes get a little rated X. So that's how it is. It's all good. Look, I got an open platform, and YouTube go hit me with a demonetization, but I don't worry about it, because I already know that my Saturdays get demonetized, because Saturdays get pretty raw sometimes. So it's all good.
You just need a TK warning.
Yeah.
Make a graphic for him.
Let's get into the stream here. The stream here, they say, I hope what I said made sense. Saturday Night Vodka. You know what, Michael? I got Wine Wednesday, right? I got Wine Wednesday for the ladies. And he just, Michael just made a suggestion called Saturday Night Vodka. So,
nice.
Hey, I'm gonna pitch that to the pot, some people, and see what they say, and go from there. Let's see. Let's see. That barbecue video was the first time I saw you. Yes. All right. So, believe it or not, if you watch my YouTube channel, even if you search YouTube, you would not see that barbecue video. That video would not show up on no YouTube streams or nothing. Now, when I first did the video, it was all good. It was good for like 2 months. It was showing up on YouTube and everything. Then after about 2 months, when the ad apocalypse started hitting, the YouTube started scaling back some stuff, and you got hit with all kinds of age restrictions, stuff like that. That barbecue video just got yanked off of YouTube. It's on YouTube, but you can't, when you search for it, it's not there. So what I did with that barbecue video is to everybody, the people that support this YouTube channel, support the cause, people that support Easy Computer Solutions, that's on Patreon, right? I dropped that video in Patreon so they can see it, they could take the links and send it out to whoever they want to send it out, and just enjoy the video. So shout out to the Patreons that support this channel. Shouts out to everybody that support the channel by watching the channel, but huge shout out to the Patreons, because they're the ones to spend $1 a month, $5 a month for me to be. Listen, I drop content almost every day, so shouts out to them, and the people don't mind spending $1 for the cause. Think about this, right? I mean, it ain't difficult to get guests on this show. I mean, you think about it, we got to reach out to people, we got to coordinate, make sure the timing is right, dates are right, just like the other. I mean, that takes time, effort, a lot of time, and people behind the scenes that does this stuff, my producer and all that stuff, they do these type of things for me behind the scenes, and so people do understand and realize the hard work that I put in this platform. So people do support a buck, $1. I mean, 4 quarters, 100 pennies. That's no big deal, right?
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
So somebody say congratulations to my 16,000 subscribers.
Nice.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Easy Computer Solutions with over 16,000 subscribers. And all of a sudden, I don't know where I'm at right now, but last time I looked, I was almost close to 16,100 subscribers. After a few hours after I hit 16,000 subscribers, I think I got like 100 subscribers just like that. So I don't know where I'm at, but thank y'all guys very much. The channel is growing exponentially. So that's good, man. It's hard work. And here's the thing, man. When I started YouTube, I did not know about the trolls. When I used to post videos, everybody loved it until I hit a threshold. Then the algorithm changed. Once you hit 10,000 subscribers, then all of a sudden things change. I got people that hate me for no reason. And I ain't never on this platform called anybody out. I ain't never told anybody that I don't like them. I never, even personal. Listen, a lot of people have my personal phone number that call me. Shouts out to Lewis. He know what I'm talking about, right? people had to have issues with me. They can call me. They can contact me through Twitter, Facebook, or just ask for my phone number, for Christ's sakes. And if you have a problem issue, I'm gonna give y'all guys a prime example. For the long time, for months and months and months, people was putting out there that me and Jay Wills had a battle going on. We hated each other, right? I'm gonna speak publicly about this because what they didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. Everybody was saying that me and Jay Will hated each other. I called him out, he called me out, right? Everybody was saying that. Then all of a sudden, they didn't know that me and Jay Will was on the phone talking almost every day about these situations. We were laughing and giggling about it, right? Then all of a sudden, people didn't understand what Jay Will was giving me a shout out on his channel. Then all of a sudden, people were like, well, I thought you had a beef with Easy. There you go, right? So a lot of people conjure up drama.
Yeah.
Right? And that happens. I don't have no beef with nobody.
Yeah.
I don't have no issues with nobody. If anybody got an issue with Easy Computer Solutions, holler at me. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't have, listen, I want to do my YouTube channel at peace.
Well, and that's, if you know you're not doing anything, it's one of those that it's like, it's amazing how you can have someone who just totally loves a video. And then like, I received a comment that said stupid. I'm like, am I stupid? Is the video stupid? But either way, it's like, because of so much positivity from other people who appreciate it, those things don't matter that much. It's so easy to let them go that it's like, wow, you're angry about something. I'm like, really? Can my tech review really make you that angry? I'm like, so well, it's one of, you know, there's so much good.
The biggest problem with a lot of people is that this say they got the iPhone 10, right? And this say, for instance, me as a tech reviewer, I bashed the iPhone 10 for the flaws in it. I talk bad about it, maybe talk this, that, and the other. Well, what happened is the people that follow my YouTube channel, they get a little upset because they want me to praise the phone. They want me to don't talk negative about the phone. They want me to praise it. Then so when I don't praise it, then they hate me for it. Then all of a sudden, the subscriber that loved me, that wanted to follow me, that loved the content, when I talk about a device that they might have, and I talk about it, then now all of a sudden they hate me for it.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to be Mary Poppins in the YouTube world, I'm doing it for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
All right. Same thing with the Galaxy Note 8. I've been talking about the Galaxy Note 8 like I'm blue in the face when it comes down to the cameras. A lot of tech reviewers and a lot of YouTubers gave it the best cameras. It doesn't do no wrong. Then all of a sudden I bash the cameras. Well, other YouTubers say the cameras is the best thing. Why could you keep talking about the cameras are bad? And that's the thing. I got a defect. Why you got the defect and the other YouTubers got the real version? See, that's the first thing people pop up when you talk about a phone. I don't bash it. I talk about the opportunities of the device. And when I talk about it, and they say, well, my phone don't do that. I get 20 hours of battery life. I get 20 hours of battery life, while you only get 4 hours of battery life. Because every user uses their phone differently.
Yeah.
On screen time is about the user.
Yeah.
I might get 6 hours of on screen time. People call it bullshit. But my usage is different from other people's usage, right? Yeah. So if I get 6 hours of on-screen time, you might get 3 hours of on-screen time. If I get 3 hours of on-screen time, you might get 6 hours of on-screen time. It's all on the user. But don't get upset at the YouTuber because he's being critical about that situation, right? That's what happens on YouTube.
Well, I think
go ahead.
Anybody who is actually a fan or listens to what you're saying, though, is that if like one of those things that I am a diehard Apple fan, but I could say that they've pulled some shady stuff. It's like you either got to, if you're realistic about your approach and your review, anybody who's honest is going to just go, oh, okay, that makes sense. If you're not honest and you're too attached to your phone, then you're going to be upset when someone tells you it's not the best phone. Where I could hear it's like criticize away on Apple because they've dropped the ball big time here, but they picked it up and ran with it here.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, just be honest, you know, and that's, yeah, anyone who hates when you're honest, it's like, enjoy, you know, be upset.
Well, the thing about it is you look at it like this, right? When somebody say, okay, if a tech reviewer, I mean, listen, a lot of tech reviewers did, they say, okay, the OnePlus 5T is the phone of the year. I don't dispute that. Mm-hmm. It's the honest opinion.
Yeah.
I never get upset at a YouTuber. If I got the Galaxy Note 8 and I make a video say the Galaxy Note 8 is the phone of the year, you make a video, right, to say that the iPhone 10 is phone of the year. Somebody else might make a video and say that the OnePlus 5T is the phone of the year. That's their usage. That's their opinion. That's their So I think that happens a lot.
But if you're a smart viewer, you're going to watch some other videos and go, am I in sync with this person? Do we agree on other things? And go, oh, okay, this is someone I feel with. Or this guy likes this. Obviously, he hates Apple and I like Apple. We're not in sync, so I can't listen to this person's point of view. So,
and you know what's so funny? You got Apple haters watch Apple videos just to put in comments, say that F Apple, they suck, this, that, and the other, right? Then you have Apple people that come in Android videos, but they'll never buy Android phone and never buy it. But they watch Android videos and say, oh, well, the iPhone 10 got 4K 60 frames per second. Can your Galaxy Note do that? See, that's the thing. And then, so you got all this conflict. And I mean, it gets crazy in the comments. My notification goes off all day. And it's crazy.
But that's where it's like, you got to be honest and with yourself. Not everything, like some phones, it's like, okay, you can hate Apple and give them credit for making a better product when it comes to the phone. That's okay. You know, it doesn't mean you have to go run out and buy one. You know, there's nothing wrong with giving some props to the other side. Like, I'm a diehard Apple fan, but I do an event with Samsung, and Samsung Pay is awesome. The idea that it can trick a old school card reader by simulating a signal is awesome. That's brilliant. Apple would be cool to have that. I don't want to own a Samsung at all. I like Apple. That's who I am. So that's all good. So, you know, I mean, that's, but, you know, I could be honest about it and go, they beat the hell out of, that's a brilliant idea. You know, that's the only way you're going to find something better, is be honest with it, you know?
Yep. And so a lot of people asking to put your link down in the description. So what I'm going to do here is I'm trying to get up to get to your channel and try to get to the live stream so I could put everybody asking to subscribe to you. And see, you're going to gain some folk. Everybody asking about your channel. So
I appreciate
we got to see, because here's the thing: honest people, you know, and it's all good when people know genuine YouTubers, right? And it works out great. It works out great. And I'm for everybody that's following the YouTube channel, I am about to put Craig's link down in the description. And let's see, I see people coming. Let's see, just subs. See, you got some subs coming in right now.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody just loving the content, you know, loving the content, which is great. I'm trying to see when I be doing all this live streaming. I'm all my computer runs very slow because this is a computer. All right, so I'm gonna post that. All right, so I'll just post it up right now, guys, so y'all can get the link. So y'all can click on the link and go and subscribe to the channel. Watch the content. That's important. Subscribing is one thing, folks, but watching the videos that's the support.
Yeah,
because you can have 1 million subs and 100 views. You know, so yeah, this so y'all know. So I want to give a huge shout out to Everyday Tech is in the building. He just give a $5 donation to the cause. Thank you very much, sir. Super chat is wide open. If y'all want to support the cause, go ahead and drop a few coins down in the comments. And it's Christmas time. So, hey, so somebody asked a question about am I going to do the stream? So every year I do what's called a end of the year stream, right? I stream for like 12 hours. I did it for the last 2 years, and I'm trying to do it this year also. So I am definitely looking into doing it for New Year's Eve. So stay tuned for that. For everybody that follow my YouTube channel, make sure you click that bell and you get that notification when I do that New Year's stream. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, here we go. Let's see. Thank you, guys. All right, so you comment on people. We got
thank you guys.
Yeah, everybody. See, it's all about support. This is one of the reasons why I try to have these streams. It's because, you know, the smaller YouTube channels can kind of get a, you know, something out there so they can get a broader audience, you know, because even when this video go up to YouTube, right? If you go have people watch it, they go say, okay, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Can I go check out his channel? And so they go hit the links down in the description. They all go come to your channel to go check you out. Make sure it's, you know, watch your videos and stuff like that. Subscribe. So it's all good. It's all good.
Well, this is fun though too, in the sense that you can make videos and you could have a video that hits with a group, but that doesn't mean they necessarily care about anything else. And or, you know, you make a video and it's like, at least anybody, if you choose to sub, at least you got to hear some more opinions, you know, full of those. So, you know, as opposed to, you know, so you got an idea that, yeah, I'm doing a product review and there's a technical kind of go through it and stuff, but, you know, I do have thoughts and opinions on the stuff. So it's kind of fun to share it and, you know, have people subscribe for hopefully the right reasons, not.
And the thing about it is what I realized doing YouTube is that you can't please everybody.
No.
And I get a lot of people asking me to review this phone, review that phone, review that phone. And I leave a comment and say, well, this phone is overseas. It's not available in the United States. I can't get LTE in the United States. If I buy that phone and import it, it's not, I mean, since it don't get LTE, since it don't support the band, since it don't do this and since it don't do that, I mean, is it realistically for me to review that device? That's the whole thing. Like, I try to import phones to review, but, you know, not having LTE in the United States, it's a little difficult sometimes. You say, okay, it's a great phone, but if you live in the United States, don't buy it.
Well, but I think there's something about it. I think you got to kind of be into the products a certain amount though, too, because what are you going to do if you're going through the motion to just kind of check off doing a video? It's going to come across that way, you know, even if it's like, hey, I'll check out, I'll play with the Galaxy. I'll give you my thoughts on it for good or bad. You know, at least it'd be like, okay, I'm excited to try it out. But if you're like just checking the box because someone wants to hear about it, you know, there's part of me that like, I do have a curiosity. You know, that someone's mentioned Google, their Google Home and their personal assistant, all that. And I'm like, do I get one because I should check the box and tech review it? Or, you know, I'm not excited by it. I'm not excited. I'm excited about Apple making it a HomePod, but they're not the leaders. So I'm excited about Echo because Amazon is winning. So that excites me. Let's play with that. So I think you got to make the videos on products you like or want. Even if you don't like them, you're excited at the idea of making a video to find out whether or not you like it. So,
right. So tonight we talked about a whole bunch of stuff tonight. We talked about Apple, and we talked about Star Wars, and we got into some YouTube stuff, and we talked about some up and coming content creators. Right. Yeah. We got a lot of people that want to start a YouTube channel, and they say, easy, I want to start a YouTube channel. What should I do? What should I do? Hey, it's real simple. Just basically start it. I mean, usually people start with their phones. I mean, you know, I was the same way. I started my YouTube channel with a Nexus 6, for God's sakes, right? And then over the years, I've got lighting. I got all these cameras around me. I mean, I got like 4 cameras standing in front of me. They got all this studio lighting standing in front of me. Then I got 4 computers right next to me. So, I mean, it's all about the growth, what you want to do, what you want to invest in. Because a lot of people believe that, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, become a millionaire. And that's it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get false hopes. If you think, you know, you're not going to put the work in and all of a sudden you're going to become a millionaire of YouTube, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Well,
I think you got to be inspired. I mean, one of the things that I thought was very interesting, I just started watching Casey Neistat's channel, and I know he's got millions of subscribers, but I came across the video that why does he make his, make his videos? He came out with this blog. Basically, he wasn't doing enough creative work, challenged himself to make a video every day, but he follows a 3-act rule: beginning, middle, end. That was his inspiration on there. Now the guy is what, 8 million subscribers. It's ridiculous, but his motivation was right. So if you want to make a dance vlog, do it because you really like to dance. You want to make a tech one, do it. Just make the motivation right. Because you see that guy, if he wanted to just vlog because I want to be famous, he wouldn't do it. But his challenge was to make a 3-act story every day of the week. Find the right motivation, you could probably find some success at the other end of that. So.
Right. Anything about it is like for us tech reviewers. I mean, let's be honest. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I wanted to review everything. So obviously, for people that think you get stuff for free, that doesn't work that way.
Oh no!
A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm gonna just contact Samsung. They're gonna send me all the phones." Sorry, it don't work that way. It don't work. You have to go buy it.
Yep.
All right. Every product that you see on people YouTube channels when they're starting off, they have to buy it. They don't send that stuff for free, by the way. All right.
I tell my wife, you have to kind of explain and go, hey, that, you know what? I'm not rebuilding a car. I don't play golf on the weekends. This is the hobby at this point, is buying more stuff and, a better camera, a better mic, what it needs to do. And that's, you do it, it becomes a kind of a double-edged sword. It's like you need the stuff, but you want the stuff because you're doing it because it becomes a good excuse, but you are forking out the money.
Yes.
Yourself.
And TK said it. Tech is the most expensive thing on YouTube. I agree. When you're spending $1,000 on a phone, and it's not your daily driver. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, every phone that I buy is not my daily driver. So I review it and it goes back in the box. Yeah. So it's just one of those things that you buy all these phones, you spend, $10, $15, $20,000, $30,000 on product, and it's not even your daily driver. And you make pennies on the dollar on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So you spend 30, you might make 100.
I think the motivation though, it's like, I think though that it's a tech, you make a tech channel because you love tech, and it becomes a good reason to go explore more tech. You're like, I'm going to buy this stuff anyways. So I could I could increase how much I buy and have more fun with it. For me, I was waiting on the HomePod for Apple, but I'm like, you know what? Let's try Alexa. They're winning. The Echo's winning. I just triggered mine. And you know what? It's $80. It's an $80 let's play. And then I may have just not done had I not been. So it's the most expensive channel, but it's a channel based on love most of the time. I mean,
It is fun, man. I tell you, I enjoy myself doing this when I'm out there filming and putting these videos together and everything. I just enjoy it, man. It brings me comfort when I sit back and it actually shocks me when I sit back and watch a video that I did when I put a lot of work in. I said, damn, I did that. It's like, wow. I sit down and look, I said, nah, I didn't do that. I ain't do that. It's like I paid somebody to do it. No, I actually sit down and do that. And then it makes you appreciate the stuff that you do when you sit back and watch your videos and you put a lot of time and you got a lot of different angles. I like the angles. I like different angles and stuff. So we got a lot of that's a lot of editing, by the way, when you're doing different angles, voiceovers and stuff like that. It's a lot of editing involved. So You know, hey, that's my style. That's what I've been doing. That's what I do. I don't change it. That's how I work it. That's how I do it. And that's me. And I mean, I don't make all high-end premium videos. I make some that I just throw together real quick promo videos, put that together, 2 or 3 minutes, talk about a product and put it out, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, when I get deep in my thoughts about a video, it takes a while. I have a different scenario how I want to do video, but it works, man. It works. It just works, you know. It works.
You got to look at, I mean, some of these things, like I look at it, I'm honest with myself and go, there's people that build companies that got the big house and they have all this. They earned it because they love the business. Well, it comes back to the same thing. It's like you look at Casey Neistat, go look at his YouTube thing. He loves the process to make it, because how else do you sit there and wait 20 minutes to make a time lapse that is good for 15 seconds? You have to love it. You have to like the tech. You like the camera angles and making the videos. So that without that love behind it, you're never going to achieve any of those things. So you could go, I want to be a star, but unless you like the dirty work, it's worthless wanting to be a star. You have to like, I mean, that's why I look at these vlogging channels and I'm like, God, they look so much harder than a tech channel. A tech channel, we have a start, you know, You're like, no, you have to tell a story of and make it exciting to me of why you went to New York. And that's what, and I need to watch this. Why? So, I mean, I feel like it's actually tech channels. We got a little, you know, but you got to love it. That's the only way you're going to reap it is you got to like the process.
And Total Tech here, I like to use iMovie. And Android Stud say easy. I like the little B rolls I do by the water. Yeah, I do a lot of content in the city. I go to different locations and you know, I travel all through the city to try to get different footage and stuff like that. So I like to do this. The Android Stud, thank you for that's what easy to say. Yeah, that's what's the thing. Like Tech for Your Needs, he's in the building. He said, I use Adobe Premiere Element editing software. And I use Final Cut Pro and I use Adobe Premiere Pro. It all depends on the flavor of the day. Sometimes if I got my Mac, I want to use Final Cut Pro. I do my videos in Final Cut Pro. If I've got my PC, I'll just do it in Adobe Premiere Pro. So it's like the flavor of the day when I do my videos. So, but it's all good, man. It's all good fun. It's a holiday season. Merry Christmas to everybody. And man, you know, we got to get on out of here because it's been a good night, long night. We always try to do about 2 hours. And I see everybody in the stream. They're coming and going. But look like it's Saturday night and they got to get on out of here because it is holiday season. And a lot of people say, man, easy. We want to stay here, but it's Christmas weekend.
I got to go hang out with my kids. I'm on the West Coast, so I got to go with the family.
So I just want to say, I want to give you a huge shout out, Craig, for coming by.
Oh, thank you.
And hopefully we get you back on here.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And we got to get you back on there. We all had an awesome night and it's been fun. And shout out to TK and came on through. Shout out to everybody come on through. And you know, it's one of those things that it's my privilege and my pleasure to have everybody on my streams because it's a lot of fun. Believe it or not, for everybody that don't know, I don't know who comes on my stream until the Saturday of the stream, believe it or not. So shout out to Kevin that booked these a lot of everybody and put them in place and make sure that they got time slots and all that stuff like that. So it works out, man. He does a very good job at making sure that Easy Computer Solutions stay on track. And so he does a lot of work in the background. He's in the stream. He always in the stream. So he just don't make comments, but he be in the stream and after the stream we always talk about opportunities and you know stuff like that and it works and it makes the channel better. That's the thing. And so the way I want to bring this platform and grow it, man, it's definitely 2018 is gonna be very special, y'all. I've been grinding, works hard. You see, I do 3 live streams a week. A lot of people say, God, that's impossible. But I've been doing it for years and years and years. So it works out. But I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody that's in the stream. And hopefully this Monday, Y'all go see friends and family, and enjoy life. For all the fellas in the building that didn't buy your oracles, and by the way, the oracle mean your wife or your girlfriend. If you didn't buy your oracle, you didn't get any type of planning for your oracle for Christmas. You got one day to do it.
Target 7 a.m.
That's it. Target 7 a.m. Be creative with it, and don't let your oracle down for Christmas, because believe me, they all be waiting. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solution. I want to give a huge shout out to Craig. He's in the building. Go on and hit him up, subscribe to all the people that all on this channel. I will leave all the links down in the description after this broadcast is over with. I really appreciate everybody coming through. Thank y'all guys very much. And we get out of here. Peace.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Have a good one.